recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
Take these broken wings, it's Mister!
Broken wings.
Son of a bee sting!
Chris.
I thought it was about a tree falling. I thought it was talking about a person going down. Oh, no. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Carmela.
My vodka's telling me that no, they didn't.
And the answer is yes, they were in 1854.
You lied to me!
Ben.
Jonathan was literally about to break things. He wasn't kidding. He was about to get it from his desk and destroy something valuable.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with Mr. Ben Young. Hello, Ben.
Hey, good afternoon. How's it going?
Good afternoon. Good to see you. Chris Hollister is with us today. Hello, Chris.
Who? Where? What?
Hey.
Huh? Oh, crap. It's me. Hi, everybody. It's good to be back on, Jonathan.
It is good to have you here, my friend. Now, you said you are going to take a break for the next few recording sessions, so this is going to last time we're going to hear from you for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah. I've been doing pretty well, at least trying to get on once every two recordings or so, and I just need a little bit of a break.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody, Chris will disappear for a bit, but he will be back.
I will be. Dun 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 dun.
And when he comes back,
dun dun dun,
it will be with a vengeance.
Yes, it will.
All right. So we have some awesome guests today.
We really do.
Did you guys know Jane Hansen is with us? Hello, Jane.
Hi, everyone. How are we?
Hi, Jane. Bryan Nash is with us. Hey, Bryan.
Somebody bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh, God.
I was going to say J.K. Simmons in the hizzy.
And Patrick Smith is with us today. Hey, Patrick.
How you guys doing?
Welcome back. Okay, so I want to get to know everybody a little bit better. We're going to start with Jane. Jane, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
I'm here in sunny Queensland, Australia, and I'm a librarian. And something fun about me, I have a small obsession with geocaching, and my kids and I go out every weekend and go somewhere new and go and try and find all the geocaches we can in that area, and yeah.
I dig this. I have a couple of questions now. Chris, you wanted to ask something first?
I did have a question also. So how big is geocaching in Australia? Because about 5 or 6 years ago, it was getting really big in the United States, but I've noticed it's kind of tapered down a bit. How about down under?
It is really big here as well. So we it's not as big as it was probably 5 or 6 years ago here as well. You know, at least there were heaps of geocaches published every week. Now it's, 5 or 6 per week up here in the area where I am. But yeah, it's pretty big here.
Very cool.
So I want to know more about the librarian thing. What kind of librarian are you?
I'm a librarian in a public library.
So you're a librarian.
Yeah, a real librarian.
Okay, not like one of these fancy research librarians who think they're all that.
Yes.
We have a few research librarians.
They are all that in their defense, but
yeah. We have a few research librarians who listen, and I'm just giving them a hard time, but they are some of the most awesome people. So
I was going to say, if you have any hate mail, feel free to send it to Jonathan Oakes at trivialwarfare.com. Again, that's Jonathan.
No, that doesn't work at all. It's Jonathan at trivialwarfare.com, not Jonathan Oakes.
I know. I was trying to get them to send the hate mail to that one.
No. Trust me, plenty of people find my address for their hate mail.
Fair enough.
I get my fair share. So Jane, what got you into into library work?
My very first job when I finished school was actually as a library manager in a tiny library in Western Queensland, and I went off, did a whole heap of other stuff, travelled the world and had fun, came back, and when my second child was born, I was looking for a tree change. I was doing admin and wasn't happy, and found my way back into a library and got qualified, and now I'm a real librarian.
I love it. Librarians are freaking awesome. Two last questions for you. First, is that a model of the solar system above your head?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought at first I was like, is that a light? It's like, no, that looks like a freaking solar system.
It is a solar system with Pluto intact.
Lovely.
No.
And then could you tell everybody what time it is where you're recording from right now?
It is now 5:30 a.m. on Monday morning.
Oh, my
Nice and bright and
goodness.
early.
Oh, my God. All right. So here we go. Jane, great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Brian, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
I am Bryan Nash. I'm from Muscatine, Iowa, right on the Mississippi River. And my something fun and the thing I do have now kind of become one and the same. I have just started up my own official trivia company.
Okay. The Useless Trivia Man officially is a Useless Trivia Man now.
Well, it's geektrivia.org.
Okay.
And I am actually hosting pub trivia in a pub.
I love it.
Actually, in a brewery at Nerd Speak Brewery in Bettendorf, Iowa. And I walked in the place and I knew I was home because I walked in and they had fat heads of Han Solo and Leia Organa on the doors of the bathrooms. And yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. And they make great beer. And we've had several very good pub trivia events there so far. We're picking it up again this Friday.
Congratulations, my friend. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That is outstanding.
It's been a lot of fun.
Outstanding. And by the way, is there a high school in Muscatine, Iowa?
There is a high school in Muscatine, Iowa.
So you do have quite a few Muscatines in Muscatine?
Oh. Did you hurt your shoulder reaching for that?
All right. It's good to have you, Brian.
The bad thing is they actually are the Muskies.
Oh, no. Oh, God. They are truly Muskie-teens.
Yes.
Whoa. I didn't see that coming.
I will point out, muskie is nowhere near as bad as musty. Musty is like way worse than musty.
Oh, it's different. It's different though, because musty is like old and stale. Musky is like body odor, so it's pretty bad.
Oh, in the black community, musty is body odor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like the joke is, it's 42 degrees outside and you musty. Like, that's bad, right? It's bad.
There is a fish called a muskie, which is also found in the river. So that's also part of it.
Yeah. Okay. We're learning a lot today. This is beautiful.
Your high school mascot is Smelly Fish. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Patrick, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
This is brutal, Jonathan. I mean, I was listening a couple episodes ago, and you had the guy who coded for 2 hours, and then the guy who stole a girlfriend and got a wife based on his legs.
Oh, wait till you hear the one tonight. The one that comes out today. We had somebody who knows all the words to Informer and rapped them. No kidding. His name is Jeremy Ruberg. So everybody who's listening to this has already heard that. But Jeremy is a rabbi, and Jeremy knows all the words to Informer and did it. And it was incredible.
The rapping rabbi.
The rapping rabbi, yes. And we had somebody who recited the alphabet backwards. It's getting competitive.
Wow. Great. So we got somebody from Australia in the future. A guy started his own trivia company, and then me. Like, how is that fun?
Well, I mean, you can do your best. So tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun. Here we go.
So my name is Patrick Smith. I live in Annandale, Virginia. I'm a paper pusher for the government. And I guess the only interesting thing I can share is that you know how when they run out of the names for the hurricanes, they use Greek letters?
Mm-hmm. They used to, yep.
Well, I heard the CDC just announced that when they run out of Greek letters for the variants, they're going to start using retired hurricane names for the next COVID variant.
Are you for real?
Yeah, so we'll have the Andrew variant and the
Katrina variant. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I'm out.
That's hilarious.
Crazy pants.
I just made that up, but I thought it'd be fun.
That was great. I love that.
Hey, that was interesting.
I love it.
Well done. He did it.
All right. Good job out of you. All right, guys. So I think we've gotten to know everybody. I think it's time for Warm It Up. Chris, let's do it, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
Actually, let's do it, Ben.
Oh, it's Warming Up Chris, presented by Ben.
That's right.
And sometimes Ben.
This one took me a minute to put together. This is brought to you by Ben Young. I had this idea.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you to Ben. I had this idea, and I started putting it together, and then I realized how difficult it's going to be to find like more than a dozen examples of this. So, and then I realized that I was going to do like 3 rounds, but I realized we have 5 players today. So I had to find 3 extra questions.
You were screwed.
Yeah, it was tough. But here's your warm-up, Chris, today. I have a list of actors and or actresses that are singing popular songs in non-musical films. Okay? So I'm going to give you will always get the actor or actress involved. And in some cases, I may give you the song and ask you for the movie, or vice versa, or I may give you a choice. All right? So, for example, if I say Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, Bohemian Rhapsody, the film would be
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. I love it. Okay, this is cool.
That's how this is going to work. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going to go in clockwise order. So I'm going to start with Jonathan. Jonathan, your actress is Julia Roberts. The song is Kiss by Prince.
Julia Roberts, Kiss by Prince. I do not know. I'll take a guess, and then Chris can help me once I say the wrong answer. I'm going to guess Pretty Woman.
That's a great guess.
Woo!
That is correct.
No kidding.
I was going to give you a hint, which is she was singing it in a bathtub.
Bathtub. Yep.
Oh, wow. I don't remember the scene at all.
I do remember the scene.
No recollection of that at all.
It's a great scene. Well, because it's Julia Roberts in the bathtub. But yeah. Yeah. So, all right, Brian, you're next. You get Katherine Heigl and James Marsden singing Benny and the Jets.
Wow. Katherine Heigl and James Marsden singing Benny and the Jets. All right, I got to think of Katherine Heigl movies. So I'm certain it was not Knocked Up. Let's try. What's the one where she's back and forth with Gerard Butler, the rom-com? The Hard Truth or something like that.
Yeah.
Absolute Truth.
It is not The Ugly Truth, which is
Ugly
what you're
Truth.
looking for. That is not correct, but you're close on a rom-com. It has a number in the title.
Is it 27 Dresses?
27 Dresses.
All
right.
What I haven't seen.
I haven't seen that.
All right, Patrick, you're up next. You get Chris Farley singing Maniac.
She's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
And the only guess I have is Tommy Boy.
That is Tommy Boy.
Nice.
That's correct. Good job.
I love that scene. That's great.
So, Jane, you're next. You get Samuel L. Jackson singing Please, Mr. Postman.
Oh.
I'll give you a clue if you want one.
Yeah.
Man, I was to say you brought the thunder on that one, dude.
This is a movie in the MCU.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I can't even think.
Jane, you're quite marvelous, you know.
Yes, no, I got the MCU reference, but I'm just trying to think which movie.
Well, he gave you a massive clue there. He actually gave you half of the movie title.
You're a captain of industry.
That would be Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel is correct. Great job, Jane. With absolutely no assistance from Chris whatsoever.
None whatsoever. Hey, that's my partner right there.
Chris, you get Will Ferrell singing Por Ti Volare.
Oh, wow. I don't even know the song. I was hoping you were going to say Afternoon Delight, and I was going to say Anchorman.
Nope. You can hope that, but that's not what happened.
I'm going to tag over to Bryan Nash and hope that J.K. Simmons knows it.
I
guess not.
What does Porte Volare sound like?
Yes, Ben, could you sing the song for us?
It goes something like it's difficult to follow, but it's like the beginning part goes da 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 da. It's very operatic.
All right, I'm gonna just take a wild stab in the dark and say Step Brothers.
It is Step Brothers.
Oh my God!
Nice.
It's the song that he sings at the end at the F and Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Ben.
All right. So, Jonathan.
Yes.
Your actor is John Lovitz.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a choice on this one.
Get these wild animals away from me.
Do you want the song that he sang, or do you want the movie that he sang it in?
I could give you both.
All I have so far is that it's John Lovitz? John Lovitz?
John Lovitz. I'll give you either the song or the movie, and you have to give me the other.
I'll take the song, please.
The song is Ladies' Night.
Ladies' Night. I'm going to guess that he played a bit role at... you know what? No, I'm going to guess The Wedding Singer.
It is The Wedding Singer.
Oh!
Good pull.
Was it? No,
That's the ticket.
I panicked for a second there. I was like, wait, wasn't Steve Buscemi? Wasn't Steve Buscemi the other, like, the competitive band? And so I freaked out after I said it, but something took me to Wedding Singer.
Oh,
no, he wasn't. Steve Buscemi wasn't that. He was the brother, and he was the brother of the first wedding that Adam Sandler was singing in at the beginning of the movie, and then later on became a wedding singer.
Became a wedding singer at the end.
Okay, so who was John Lovitz in the movie? I don't even remember him.
He was helping Cameron Diaz find
Drew Barrymore
for the wedding. Drew Barrymore, sorry. Find bands for the wedding. And he was one of the bands. He was fronting one of the bands that she was coming up with.
Okay.
And the funny part is he ends the song by saying, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan for no reason. It's great. Okay. All right, Brian. Yes. You get Chris Tucker singing Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
You know Chris Tucker sings Michael Jackson in every freaking movie he's in.
He did not sing Michael Jackson in Fifth Element.
Ruby Rod!
But I'm going to guess that this was Rush Hour.
Very close. Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, it had to be one of the Rush Hours.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yep. It was toward the beginning when he went to Hong Kong in the karaoke. All right. Patrick. You get Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels singing Mockingbird.
I'm going to guess Dumb and Dumber, but you're probably going to say like Dumb and Dumber 2 or something.
Nope, it's the original Dumb and Dumber.
There we go.
Mock. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, God. Jim Carrey was so annoying in that movie. Like, anybody says they hate Jim Carrey, I totally understand for that movie alone. I don't hate him. But all right, Jane, you get Bette Midler singing I Put a Spell on You.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
That is Hocus Pocus.
That was quick.
All right, Chris.
Yes, sir.
You get Audrey Hepburn singing Moon River.
Oh, wow. I need our other Brian for this. Moon River. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm going to say Breakfast at Tiffany's.
It is Breakfast at Tiffany's. Good job.
Man, I am super lucky here.
All right, last round. Jonathan, you get Heath Ledger singing
10 Things I Hate About You.
10 Things I Hate About You. Good job.
Well done, Jay.
No hesitation.
If it's gonna be a Heath Ledger singing a song thing, it's gonna be 10 Things I Hate About You. There's no way you're not using that one.
That's one of my wife's favorite movies.
It's iconic. All right, Brian, you get Tom Cruise singing You've Lost That Loving Feeling.
I feel a need for speed. It is Top Gun.
It is Top Gun. Good job. All right, Patrick. You get Scarlett Johansson voicing an animated film, singing Call Me Maybe.
Wow. I don't think I've seen an animated film in 30 years. I always pass when my kids are going.
Well, she was singing it after all.
Oh, it sounds like Sing.
It is Sing. Good job.
It's low-hanging fruit on that one.
So if you haven't seen this movie, it features one of the greatest vocal performances I've ever heard in my entire life. It is Tori Kelly singing Don't You Worry About a Thing. Mm-hmm. Just outstanding. Jane, you get Matt Damon singing My Funny Valentine.
Oh, I am not a Matt Damon fan at all.
What?
I'm going to try Goodwill Hunting. I have no idea.
That's a good guess. Anyone want to help her?
I can't. I don't know.
What
I can't
was the song again? My Funny Valentine?
My Funny Valentine.
No idea.
I don't
It's a movie I haven't seen.
I know this one
that
either.
much.
In Goodwill Hunting, he was singing Afternoon Delight.
Yeah, the movie here is The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay.
How about them apples?
I've never heard someone say they weren't a Matt Damon fan.
Well done.
I don't hear that very often.
Matt Damon.
You didn't even like him in
Also
the
not a
Ocean's
Leo.
11 movies?
Oh, he was all right, but yeah, and also not a Leonardo DiCaprio fan. Just, yeah, something about both of them don't like.
Just seem like Leo seems like sleazy. I don't know why.
He is.
I don't know. He may be a great guy in real life. He just seems like
Opinions of Ben do not reflect
underhanded.
the opinions of this show.
He just seems like
Send all hate email to Jonathan at Trivial Warfare.
hey.
He just seems like a used car salesman. You know,
Apologize for the
like,
opinions of.
I don't know if I can trust you.
All right.
All right, and Chris, you're gonna round this out. Gene Wilder and Peter Boyle singing "Puttin' on the Ritz."
All right. That, my friends, is Young Frankenstein.
Nice.
It is
Excuse
Young
me.
Frankenstein.
I'm sorry, Young Frankenstein. Pardon me.
It is Young. Puttin' on the Ritz. Oh my God!
To my go where fashion sits.
All right. Well, that's your warming up, Chris. That's your warming up, Chris, for the episode. Good job, Ben. That was a good one. We enjoyed that.
Super entertaining. Holy
that was
crap!
awesome.
Appreciate it.
And before we get on to the game, I want to let you guys know this is episode number 356. This is on the main feed. Big shout out to everybody who is listening. Thank you. We appreciate you. If you want to get more Trivial Warfare, we have over 200 episodes archived ready for you to listen to. Just head over to trivialwarfarearmy.com. Sign up at the $5 a month level or above, and you get access to all of those episodes. And folks that are $10 and above have the chance to come on the show at some point. So big shout out to everybody. That's trivialwarfarearmy.com. And guys, before we go on to the game, Ben and Chris, any New Year's resolutions out of you guys? We are recording this on January 2nd, right after New Year's. Anything going on?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Ben,
Chris.
to get rid of COVID quickly. That's my resolution right there.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I love my brother. We couldn't play games yesterday. Dang it.
Yeah, it's going well so far. So hopefully we can postpone not too long from now. So
You got it.
and my resolution is to not allow Jonathan's weight to pass mine in going down because we are pretty close right now.
We got and Ben is significantly shorter than I am, so that's not something he wants.
Yeah, I'm at the big and tall store, and I'm not tall, so this is not good.
So Ben, it's like the lower that I get, the more pressure I'm putting on you.
Yes.
Well, this is 100%. A win-win for me then.
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome.
Actually, I think my Jonathan and I actually had a really great time last Saturday last Friday. We went out with Lauren Carey and another amazing friend, John Finn, who you guys have heard on the show before, and played disc golf. I think my resolution is I want to play more disc golf in 2022. Because it's just so much fun. I have a great time. It's a great way of getting a little bit of exercise in. And so that's what I want to do is I want to play more disc golf.
It sounds like a physically active kind of resolution. That's awesome. I love it.
Absolutely.
And then for me, it's not a traditional resolution, but I really feel thankful to everybody in the Army, everybody who participates in what we do, everybody who listens to what we do, all the different shows. I'm thankful to all of the different hosts and the people that do the work to create some of the shows that I stopped doing the work on in many cases years ago at this point. So just feeling really thankful right now to everybody. And one of my goals is to carry that throughout the year, that feeling of appreciation and not taking anybody for granted. So a big thank you to everybody out there for your role in what we do here. And I think that's going to take us to the game. So, like I said, this is going to be episode number 356. It's Jane, Patrick, and Chris against Jonathan and Bryan. Ben is hosting, and it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
I am predicting high scores today. We got so many great players. I think y'all going to destroy these questions, but we will see what happens. Round 1, question 1.
So if we have
category
bad scores, it's our fault. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is correct.
God, no pressure.
Yep.
It's a crap.
It's a crap. Round 1, question 1. Your category is televisiones.
Television.
The hit drama Grey's Anatomy is set in what West Coast city?
Y'all, we can lock that bad boy in if you want to.
Yeah.
Here. Yep. I'm just going to be more specific, even though I don't think we need to. All right. We are locked in, Benifer.
Okay. Thanks.
Bryan, you're the TV guy.
Yeah.
I always kind of thought it was Seattle, but I don't know.
I don't know for sure. My wife binge watched the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, there's like 18 seasons.
Yes, it took her about 2 months.
Do you remember the weather in the show or any of the scenery? No, I'm serious. Like, because a part of me wonders if Seattle, because Grey's Anatomy, if the weather's gray. I know that's the name of the book too, but still a little double meaning there.
My initial thought was either San Francisco or Seattle. I think I'm good with Seattle if we want to go with that.
Do you remember the name of the hospital?
No.
I mean, your wife watched 18 seasons. I assume you saw it in the background when you were walking through. Did you see the Golden Gate Bridge?
She watches it on her iPad, so no, I didn't.
Oh, God.
She walks around the house with it, and like when she's doing dishes or in the shower, she's watching Grey's Anatomy.
Whoa.
Or whatever show she's been.
In the shower?
Was that a long shower by chance?
McDreamy is in it.
Under that bus, so, no, she's not home, but I ain't doing that to her anyway.
Sorry. Gotta get a personal note there.
She will not be listening to this, but I also just, dude, no, I'm not going there on her. So
what is?
I don't know what Bryan's talking about, y'all. I have no idea how he took that joke, but it was not anything that makes sense to me.
We took a left at Albuquerque for sure.
No, it was definitely not Albuquerque.
I was making a joke about what she was doing. I didn't say anything about what you were doing.
I think because the Bears are winning 29-3, Bryan's just delirious right now.
That's
maybe.
So
I'm recording.
Is it? I don't know the answer. It could be Portland. It could be. I don't think it's south of San Francisco. I do think it's a northern half of the country. Portland, Seattle, or San Francisco are all 33% for me. Like it's a major city on the Northeast. So whichever one you want to go with, I'm fine. I don't care.
I think I like Seattle better.
All right, we'll say Seattle.
Yeah, so Patrick said that he's never watched an episode before. Jane, how about you? Did you watch? Have you watched? Is it down there? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Or over there?
Yeah, no. I have seen a few episodes, and I think it's Grey's Anatomy because it's Meredith Grey, Jonathan.
Yep.
But it's but there is a book called Grey's Anatomy, so there's already a double meaning. I know that. I wondered if there's 3 meanings.
Well, and the hospital is Seattle Grace because the setting is Seattle, Washington.
See, that's why I wanted the hospital name, Bryan. I had a feeling it might be in the name.
Well, but they've renamed the hospital since to like Sloan Gray Hospital. So there's some other stuff. Oh, and Patrick just left the building.
He's gone. He said, "Screw you guys. I'm going." Oh no! Oh, the room is moving. Patrick, was there an earthquake?
I knocked the stapler off my desk.
Oh my goodness!
Was it a swing line stapler?
It was actually.
Oh, see.
Oh no, he's gone again. I didn't know that this was going to be such an active show.
I know, right? Dang. Hey, there you go.
There it is. We have seen your stapler. So we both said Seattle. Ben, what you got?
Correct answer is Seattle.
Thank
Good job,
goodness.
guys. Your second category in this round is Ben wants you to murder a hit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ben's heard me sing.
Yes, indeed. So I want you to sing any part of this 1999 mega hit.
Mega hit.
I'll be the judge of that.
Which peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. All right, here are your lyrics. I was waiting for Jonathan to give me a hard
I
time
gave you
about
a
this
raspberry.
Nobody.
Okay,
gives me the raspberry.
I bet you $5 this is a mega hit.
If it didn't hit number 1, it can't be a mega hit.
Number 4.
Mega hit,
I bet you
mega hit
$5
means
it is.
multiple weeks at number 1.
I don't know.
That's not true.
Okay, I want to see the definition. Bring me the definition on that. I think mega hit is a song that stands the test of time.
A mega hit is any song that if you sing at karaoke, most of the people in the bar will join you in
That
the
is
chorus.
completely
That's a mega hit.
if that's your definition, now I understand why you keep saying mega hit. That is not my definition. That's like saying that a cult classic movie was a hit movie. But it's not true because they didn't make a lot of money in the theater. They stood the test of time. That's the definition you're giving to a mega hit when a hit is about what it performed at the time.
Okay. Okay. Well, I still want you to sing the song.
All right.
Here are your lyrics. Somebody once told me the world is going to roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Jonathan, I have thunder.
Hold on. Is that the whole lyrics, Ben?
I have more lyrics if y'all want them.
Obviously I don't.
So Ben,
could you put them in the chat so people could sing?
You can pick one person from your group to sing to represent.
All right, Patrick, you put out the answer first. Does that mean you're singing, mister?
I guess.
Don't sing yet.
But Jane really looks like she likes to sing, so I don't want to take it away.
You do not want to hear me sing, trust me.
We do, actually. We really, really do.
No.
Patrick and Jane, I'm more than happy to embarrass myself for you guys. I'm okay with that.
I'm disappointed. I love it when guests embarrass themselves.
I agree. I wish Patrick or Jane would do it, but if it'll make them feel better, I am happy to do so.
Jonathan, I am happy to join in here.
Oh, no, I know what this is now. We can do a duet if you want to after they're done.
All right.
We got to pick a part of. Well, let's text and pick a part of the song we're going to do.
Actually, better yet, we're locked in.
Oh.
So you guys can talk.
Yeah.
So you can sing it out.
Do you want to just do these words since they're right in front of us?
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
All right. And Hollister?
All right. So
something,
Patrick,
something. I don't remember I get to the chorus.
Well, I think it's I'm looking pretty dumb with the finger and my thumb in the shape of an L on my forehead.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, All Star by Smash Mouth is our answer.
Oh, y'all, I just need you to sing it.
Yeah,
I know, but doesn't the whole world want to know what the song is?
I was going to say it.
Come on, Ben.
That was my part of
Well,
this.
no, Ben, so he said an answer which isn't singing, so that's an incorrect answer. Our answer was just the singing.
You both sang parts of the correct song, which is All Star by Smash Mouth.
All right, good job. I love the sing-alongs. We need a 3-2-1 on a sing-along one day.
Ooh. Yeah, we may have to arrange that. Your last question in the first round is in history.
History.
Bertha Broadfoot. Bertha Broadfoot, also known as Queen Goosefoot, was an 8th century queen who may or may not have been born with a club foot, but definitely gave birth to what legendary European leader?
I'm really hoping that Jane has wrote a book on this in the library.
I'm going to disappoint you. I have a guess, but...
You don't have an 8th century library over there? You can.
No, we don't go back that far. We're only,
And this is a real thing, not a fiction thing?
It's a real thing, yes.
I'm usually okay in history, y'all, but I'm struggling on this.
Yeah, between the death of Jesus and the Renaissance, I don't have much.
Fair enough. Well, gang, I think one of the two will use. Okay, Jane, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. In that case, gentlemen and lady, we're locking in.
Okay, so Brian, I've been kind of trying to set a scene from a time frame perspective. He said 8th century, and that automatically makes this really hard. So 700s is after the fall of Rome, so it's not going to be one of the Caesars. It's before Germany was really a thing. This is the Dark Ages. It's not even the Middle Ages. It's the Dark freaking Ages. Yeah. Maybe the first Louis in France was around this time. Maybe. I don't know, though. It's too early for Germany. Might be too early for it's before the Plantagenets in England. And so I'm straight like it's before the English Civil War. It's before it's a time when written history, like the Europeans weren't writing that much. You know what I mean? So right. I'm really, really struggling. It's before the Battle of Agincourt. It's before the Normans invaded the UK.
Okay, so that's...
Is it possibly like in the Braveheart era? Are we talking about like Robert the Bruce kind of thing? Maybe. Okay, so hold on. That's not bad in a time frame perspective, is it? Think about Braveheart.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to my initial suggestion and point out that the symbol for the Bluetooth on your phone is made up of the runes that made up the name of Harold Bluetooth.
Sure.
So
but before you heard that on Trivial Warfare, none of us had ever heard of him. So I don't think he counts as legendary.
True, maybe. But Ben wrote the question.
That's fair.
Oh,
that's fair.
No. That's not a burn on Ben at all.
No. It's just saying that's his knowledge base.
Trivial Warfare.
Yeah.
So Harold Bluetooth is legendary.
Running low on time.
All right, dude.
The only other thing I got is possible. You said something about maybe King Arthur. King Arthur's father was Uther Pendragon.
What about Russia? Well, King Arthur's fictional though. What about Russia? When was Peter the Great? That was later.
That was way later.
Way later. All right, I guess we're going to go with Harold Bluetooth because we're going to go Bluetooth because we don't have any kind of good answer.
Okay.
All right. We actually had a completely different conversation than y'all had. So, Jane, why don't you talk about what you were thinking first, and we'll go over to Patrick.
So I was thinking Ivan the Terrible, but I can't place where Ivan is in the timeline. I don't think he's that far back. And that was sort of, as far as I got.
All right. So, Patrick?
I was just trying to think of obscure European rulers, leaders, and I just threw out Charlemagne because I didn't remember when he was, but I thought he was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I thought he was around 8th century also, so I agreed with Patrick on that. So we locked in with Charlemagne.
All right. So, Jonathan, as part of your conversation, you were saying this could be around the start of when the Louis started. Mm-hmm. And the correct answer is actually the father of Louis the First, who is Charlemagne.
Oh, great job! Great job! I'm so impressed by y'all with that answer. That's so well done. Nice job, you know Patrick. What, Brian? If I had thought of Charlemagne, as soon as when they said it, I was like, oh, that does fit the era a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. No, that's really, really good by you guys.
Man, all right. Ben said it the way he said it. I was like, oh, crap. We both got it wrong. And then he finished it out. I was like, oh, my goodness, Patrick, I can hug you.
That's my inner Leonardo DiCaprio being sneaky on y'all.
Wow.
All right, score check.
Score check at the end of the first round. The score is 30-20. Patrick, Jane, and Chris have the lead.
Okay. Round 2 begins with a question from Ben Potter.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Category is geography.
Geography.
France shares its longest border with what country? And I have a hint.
Mm-hmm.
No hints.
No, it's up to Ben. Up to Ben.
Okay. Well, no hints. No hints for you then.
Okay. Land border, right?
Yes.
All right. So, Patrick, did you have thunder on it? Because you said no hints before I put my answer in. So, if you got thunder and Jane's good with it, then I say we lock that in.
Well, I saw your answer, so clearly we didn't need a hint.
All right. Well, fair enough. Doesn't mean I'm right. Geography is not my strong point. So, y'all good?
Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. We're locked in.
All right.
So for me, I'm looking at Spain in my mind, and there is a good long border to the west with, I'm sorry, I said Spain. I was looking at France in my mind. There's a good long border to the west with Spain, interrupted a little bit by Andorra, but not much. There's borders to the south with things like Italy.
The French-Italian border is very, very small.
And it's interrupted because Switzerland's right there too. So it borders, and then it's Germany to the east, and then Belgium, and maybe a couple of the smaller ones to the northeast. How big is the border of France and Germany? Because I'm wondering if it might actually be Spain.
It's gotta be Spain, Germany.
I think it has to be one of the two.
Switzerland?
No. No way.
No, I don't think that one's long enough.
And does Austria border? Is some of the place that I'm imagining Germany being actually Austria?
You've got France, then Germany, then Austria. I don't think there's any connection.
Okay.
Or if there is, it's really small.
So if it's a 50-50 for us, it comes down to whether we think Ben would ask the question if it was Germany or if it needs to be Spain for him to want to ask the question.
My level of knowledge on this is coming mostly from playing the board game Diplomacy and remembering the map.
Sure. Hey, you know what? That works.
Yeah.
So which one's longer in your mind's eye?
Spain.
You think Spain?
I think it's either going to be Spain or Germany, and I think if it's Germany, I don't think he would have asked the question.
Okay, I'm with you. Let's say Spain.
Okay.
We're saying Spain.
All right. Jane or Patrick, you guys want to talk it out?
I got to say, Diplomacy is a fantastic game. I love Diplomacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going through it. On the east side, you got Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, Switzerland, Italy. And we think the Spain border has to be longer than any of those. So we went with Spain.
10 points goes Ravenclaw.
Oh,
told you.
So the hint that I was going to give you that you definitely should have taken is it's much
Belgium.
further away than you might think.
Oh, it's Brazil. That is such a dirty question.
Yes. French Guiana is considered part of France. So the longest border to France is Brazil.
How does that? So
I should have taken the hint.
Wait.
Your fault.
Wait. How long is the border of French Guiana and Brazil?
Like 1,000 miles. The Amazon.
French Guiana is not 1,000 miles long.
I can.
For you to count French Guiana, it has to be the distance that it borders Brazil, right? And French Guiana is not a big place. So how is that border longer than the French-Spanish border? What is that counting?
Well, the French Guiana,
we're talking about land borders.
Doesn't it border Brazil on two sides?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Isn't it?
French Guiana is one of those three little things up at the top of Brazil next to Suriname and Guyana. It's not big.
But isn't it the westernmost one? So it borders Brazil all the way till it hits like Suriname?
I'd be surprised even if it bordered it on two sides if it was longer than the German border. That sounds really weird.
I'll have to be right back. You guys argue.
Well, you could look at a map. Obviously,
I'm going to look at it.
All right, so I pulled up the Wikipedia page, Borders of France. I list Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Monaco, Spain, and Andorra in terms of the European borders. The border with Spain is 387 miles long. The border that French Guiana has with Brazil is 453 miles long.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, French Guiana is all in the east, so it has a double border with Brazil.
All right.
So what's the German border? Or if you still have it up.
Oh, Germany was 278 miles.
Wow. They're all very small.
Belgium is 385. That's actually the biggest. Well, Spain is slightly bigger than the Belgian border.
Wow.
I have one word for that question. Groan. Groan. Ugh.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where like France considers these things part of the country now.
It's technically accurate, but completely misleading.
But like the Netherlands did that, where they took the islands and are now part of the Netherlands. So if you see like the World Baseball Classic, and you're like, the Netherlands has a team in the World Baseball Classic, and they're all from Aruba and Curacao. And you're like, oh, now I get it.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
We also like to call that neg bait, but that's neither here nor there.
We passed on the clue.
Well, let's go ahead and wash that down with another question.
All righty.
All right.
Your second question in the round, the category is "And Just Like That." This question's category is the title of the latest installment of the Sex and the City franchise. In the pilot episode, a major character dies shortly after using what fitness product, causing that company's stock to tank in real life?
Oh,
Can we pause it? I have this recorded and I haven't watched it yet.
I'm going to go with a no on that.
I was going to binge watch the whole first season when it was done.
Not anymore.
Oh, well, spoiler.
What do you want for your answer? The product?
I want the product. You can give me
or the
brand.
company.
Yeah, no, it's the trust me, my first answer, we can lock that bad boy in. I'm 187,000%.
Yeah, I want the company name.
I have like 47 meow meows.
All right, Chris has meow meows.
Do you guys trust me is the question.
Oh, well, we're locked in.
All right.
We're locked in.
The meows.
All right, Jonathan, you got 46 more to do.
No. All right, so Brian, yeah, so I see on the Prime or Netflix or wherever this is streaming the pictures of the three ladies who are left. So I believe it's Kim Cattrall's character who passes away untimely, and as for a product, like a health product. Did you say fitness or did you say health, Ben?
I said what fitness product?
Fitness.
Right.
Like Peloton is a really timely product.
So this is something that just came out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the last year.
Peloton might be a great one to go with, although I think they're doing fine.
Well, they've had a little they're not doing fine, but
do I look like I use fitness equipment?
Well, I've had Peloton stock in the last year, and it didn't do well.
Okay.
But I don't know if it had a dramatic drop at a certain point when the show came out. I wasn't paying that close of attention. It's not the reason that I'm leaning that way, though, is that is a name brand product with a stock with that's an open company that has stock, right? Lots of fitness products don't have, like, you can't name their product on the stock market because they're part of a parent company, like a Procore or a whatever. And so that's what leans me there.
I'm fine with Peloton. I have nothing better.
All right, let's do that. We're saying Peloton.
All right. Yeah, I don't watch the show, but I do follow pop culture stuff and whatnot. And this was Chris Noth's character, Mr. Big, and this was right before. I mean, this episode came out, and then 2 days later it came out with the sexual abuse or assault charges against him from a couple different coworkers of his in the past. But it was in fact Peloton, because he did an advertisement for it. As a matter of fact, that came out literally right after the show came out, because Peloton was concerned about all that, and then Peloton had to drop the commercial because of all the allegations against Chris Noth. So the answer is Peloton.
Wow.
Yeah, correct answer is Peloton.
Woo.
We backed into it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Chris provided most of the flavor text there. What I would add is Peloton was not told specifically what was going to happen. They were just told that their product was going to be prominently featured in the first episode.
Oh my God.
Wow. So obviously when Big dies right after using the bike, the stock plummets, and then their CEO, I think their medical director, had to release a statement. So it was it was not great. And that was actually what prompted them to do the commercial, was damage control, basically.
Wow.
So very interesting. But both teams get the points.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
Your last question in the round is in food and love.
I know all about the food.
Wow.
Before changing their name in 1998, The restaurant's official name was Buffalo Wild Wings and what?
I'll lock that in.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me see your answer first.
Okay.
He didn't. I mean, Patrick didn't even send it. He just said locked it in. I was like, whoa, wait.
Didn't your mom teach you to share with your friends, Patrick? Jeez.
Is that the correct spelling?
I believe so.
All right. That's honestly, I didn't know the answer. So if you're cool with it, well, I will be happy to hear your story when we're ready to go. So, Patrick, say the magic words.
We're locked in.
Yeah, sounds like he's got meow-meows over there.
All right. So Brian and I have been waiting to talk. We haven't even been typing because it sounded like y'all were going to log in. So, Brian, what was the question? They talked about knowing it for so long without locking in that I have forgotten the question.
Before changing their name in 1998.
Oh, that's right.
The restaurant's official name was Buffalo Wild Wings and what?
So it starts with a W. It's there's three W's. Buffalo Wild Wings and Wipes. Chris, you can laugh out loud. Oh my God, Chris is throwing his head back.
I couldn't laugh out loud because it was one of those silent laughs. That was great.
What do you think, Brian?
I think I've only been to a Buffalo Wild Wings a couple times in my life.
It's a sports bar. It's a sports bar with wings and other stuff like burgers and whatever. They have waiters and waitresses. They have wine, I'm sure, but not really. They have a big bar.
I don't think it's a W.
It has to be. The name changed to BW3 because there are three W's. It is definitely a W.
I've never seen BW3.
That's the name of the restaurant. It's called BW3's. I promise.
Okay. Buffalo Wild Wings and Winery? Mm-hmm. They're not known for wine.
Watching Wild Wings and Winches. Going back to the Dark Ages. Wild Wings and... Shit, I know that I've known this before, but I don't know. Is there a word for sauce that starts with a W?
None that come to mind. Worcestershire.
Wasabi, God bless it.
The pistachio pudding has turned.
I don't know the answer, and it sounds like you don't know the answer either.
Nope.
A little short on time.
Yeah, I imagine so.
How about whiskey?
Sure, why not? We'll say whiskey.
I have nothing better.
Yep. Buffalo Wild Wings and whiskey. Yeehaw.
All right. And Tim? Sorry, Patrick.
This is all Patrick because Jane and I were like, what the bleep is this question?
We don't even have that restaurant here, so I've got nothing.
Way to go, Ben.
So Buffalo is famous for two food items. The better known, but number two, in my opinion, is the buffalo wing. But if you go to Buffalo, you have to get beef en weck. It's weck, short for kimmelweck roll. They put roast beef on a kimmelweck roll. It's salt and caraway seeds on a roll. It's fantastic. They usually have horseradish on it,
So
too.
it was Buffalo Wild Wings and weck?
And weck.
What the hell is that question?
They used to have beef on weck.
What the weck is this all about?
Well, I'm glad that the answer was a word I didn't know.
Well, Ben, can you confirm?
A correct answer is Buffalo Wild Wings and weck.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Okay. There was absolutely no chance pulling that one.
Nope.
This is the first time in my life dating a girl from Buffalo in college. It's paid off.
Not when you were dating her? That's rough. That's really rough.
Oh, I got some beef on weck. They were good sandwiches.
He's doubling down on that statement, ladies and gentlemen.
At the end of the second round, it's 40-30. Jane, Patrick, and Chris have maintained their lead.
Didn't we get 50?
I have 50-30 for them.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You do have 50. Thank you. With a score of 50-30, Jane, Patrick, and Chris have extended their lead.
Jonathan's still frustrated with whack. He's like, what the whack?
He's like, that question was whack. All right.
Wiggity, 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 whack.
Quack, quack, quack.
Your third round begins with a question in sports.
Sports ball.
Just after Thanksgiving in 2013, Chris Davis scores a walk-off touchdown on a 109-yard return, now known famously by what two-word phrase?
Could you say that again?
Just after Thanksgiving in 2013, Chris Davis scores a walk-off touchdown on a 109-yard return, now known famously by what two-word phrase? And I can offer a hint to both teams if you would like it.
Oh, wouldn't mind a hint.
I think we'd be good with that as well, Jonathan.
Yep.
So, yes, we approve.
So the hint is the return was based off of a missed field goal.
That's not what we needed. We already knew that.
We had that part.
Could you spell Chris for us?
Chris, C-H-R-I-S.
It is C-H. It's not K-H?
That's correct. C-H-R-I-S.
The K guy's on the Oakland A's, I think, right?
That I don't know.
I remember in fantasy baseball, you had to distinguish between Chris Davis with a C and Chris Davis with a K.
Patrick, read what I just wrote because I think.
Yeah, we're locked in. Chris,
you think that's it? You think that's it? Okay, because you what you did, I piggybacked off that. We're locked in. Yep. Patrick,
right.
We're locked in.
That was good teamwork.
Oh, God. So the two Chris Davises I know were baseball players, Brian.
I don't know this player.
He said shortly after Thanksgiving, which Thanksgiving takes you to the Lions or the Cowboys.
Yep.
But it could have been the Sunday after. Otherwise, I don't know why he brought up Thanksgiving in the question, unless it's a Cowboy or Lion, now that I'm thinking about it. But I can't remember that player on either of those teams.
Okay. Two-word phrase. Could it be the turkey trot?
Hell, it could be.
Or the turkey run?
It could be Black Friday. Maybe they were playing with the day after Thanksgiving. I don't recall this.
I don't either.
It's the something return.
Immaculate return? I mean, we've got an immaculate reception.
Yeah.
Could there be an immaculate return?
No. You know what? I don't have a good answer. I don't. If you want to say turkey trot, it's fine with me.
I don't have anything better than the joke answer, so let's go with it.
We're going turkey trot.
All right.
We're going to turn over the first part to Patrick. And Jane said, thanks for asking the Australian questions, Ben. She really appreciates it.
So I knew right away what it was because it involved Nick Saban losing. And it was when they kicked the field goal and they ran it back 109 yards and Auburn beat Alabama in the Iron Bowl.
Oh.
And then I said, yeah, what'd they call that? And you gave the hint. And I was like, oh, well, I knew that what it was. And so I was struggling coming up with things and I was spitballing. And I said to Chris is it like fail six instead of pick six? And Chris said the correct answer, which is.
Yeah. Then it reminded me because, again, anytime you watch the Alabama-Auburn game, they will always talk about this. Literally every year they will talk about this. And sure enough, they talked about it this past year, and it was the kick six.
Kick six.
Correct answer is kick six.
Thank you, Patrick, for saying that because that's what triggered the memory. Oh, my gosh.
I don't know.
You got it. I didn't go with it.
We weren't even in the right sport.
No, we weren't even thinking college.
Yeah, I remember this because it was Thanksgiving and I was in Atlanta visiting my wife's family, and we were at a cousin's house, and for whatever reason, I think we didn't have access to a television because I think they were watching something irrelevant on TV. So we were trying to follow the game on our phones, but all they had was like the play-by-play. We didn't have live streaming back then. They kept saying, okay, well, the score's tied. Alabama's lined up for a field goal. Auburn wins. I was like, wait a minute, what? And then like afterwards, when we had a chance to see it, said, oh, they missed a field goal. He ran it back for a touchdown. It was an epic.
That explains why the name wasn't giving me any kind of recognition either. Like Chris Davis, like, who did he play for? I'm not recognizing this name.
Hey, Jonathan, I was thinking Baltimore Oriole Chris Davis at first. I was like, no, he never played football.
and Patrick was right. The Oakland player is the one that I was thinking of with the name.
I think a couple teams have changed what they do on special teams now because they realize 9 big fat bodies and a holder and a kicker are not going to tackle anybody if necessary.
That's true.
Right. Second question around is in geography.
Geography.
Brazil. The answer is Brazil.
In the 1840s, conflicts over a small group of islands in the Pacific Northwest nearly prompted a world war after the killing of what animal?
Oh, I know this.
Say it again.
In the 1840s, conflicts over a small group of islands in the Pacific Northwest nearly prompted a world war after the killing of what animal?
The 1840s?
1840s.
And when you say the Pacific Northwest, are you referring to that as Pacific Ocean Northwest, or do you mean like the U.S. country Pacific Northwest?
I'm referring to a geographical region just off the coast of what we now know as mainland United States and Canada.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, Patrick, I think we need to go with Jane on this one, but especially since you said it too. So,
yeah, if you remember that, Jane. I'm
I don't know where it's coming from, but yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
All right, Jane, can you say the magic words then?
We are locked in.
Okay.
Now, Brian, it feels like we're doing a lot of talking out today. This is not where I like to be for sure.
Yeah.
So, to be a world war, it has to have multiple countries, right? Canada and the U.S., assuming, are the two main ones, and maybe France would be involved on the Canadian side, or maybe the UK on the Canadian side. I have no idea what 1840s. It's going to be a whale thing, probably. Don't you think?
It's a bird.
Did he say bird?
Yeah.
Did he say bird in the question? Ben, could you repeat the question?
Say that again?
I will repeat the question. In the 1840s, conflicts over a small group of islands in the Pacific Northwest nearly prompted a world war after the killing of what animal?
Yeah, it's not.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. I in my head, I had a bird.
I mean, it could be a bird, but I don't think it. And I don't know if it means. I don't know if he means what type of animals, or if he means like, hey, no, this was the king's dog. You know what I mean? Like what animal?
Yeah.
And it's like a named animal. I don't know which of these he's referring to.
Well, obviously, if we're talking about the Pacific Northwest, it had to be Bullwinkle J. Moose.
Ah, yes, Bullwinkle. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. I mean, Pacific Northwest for me takes me to whaling, right? Okay. So I don't know if generically saying whales is a valid answer, but whaling is definitely something that happened over there.
Okay.
Other things in the Pacific Northwest, you got plenty of sea lions and seals and that kind of stuff. There's lots of fish. There's plenty of birds. Sure, absolutely.
We've got Canadian geese. 1840s.
Before the gold rush. This is
this
the wilderness?
That is.
This is the freaking wilderness.
1840s. I mean, it was 1849.
Mm-hmm.
Was when all that kicked off. But
it could be a dog. No, he said island. A conflict over a group of islands. The Aleutian Islands are out there, but that's north of that.
Yeah.
One is showing our time.
So
whale is the best answer I have, but I have no confidence in it.
Okay. The only other animal that jumped into my head was puffin, because I remember something about a puffin island, but I got no thunder behind it. So if you want to,
is it Puffin Islands, plural?
Possibly.
Could it be a canary? Where are the Canary Islands? They're not up there, are they? No. If you want to say Puffin, it's fine. I would think.
Or is it Jumbo the elephant?
Yeah, right. Who knows? If you want to go generic, let's say whale. If you think Puffin Island has something to do with this, you can say Puffin. I don't know how puffins would start a war.
Let's go whale. I don't have enough thunder behind this. Let's go whale.
All right, we're going to say whales.
Okay.
All right, if I was by myself, I would have gone whale, but thank God I'm not by myself. So Patrick and Jane, talk it out.
Well, I remembered that this took place in the San Juan Islands and involved the UK and the US, and there was a fight over one of these islands, and somebody killed somebody's something, and like the British troops came in, and I couldn't remember, and I said it's like a pig or a cow, and then luckily Jane knew the answer, which is...
Well, I had the word pig. That was from the question, but that was all the thunder I had. And yes, so we locked in with pig.
Yes, and we panicked when Brian was saying bird. I was like, he didn't say bird. He didn't say bird.
I was like, oh, if we misread this question, that's terrible.
Yes, this conflict nearly started a world war after killing someone's prized pig.
Wow.
Yes! Nice job, Jane and Patrick. There you go.
I just remembered it was some animal you named, but I couldn't remember which one it was.
All right, here is your last question before the midpoint. Category is bad guys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
What man, after escaping prison twice in Mexico, was arrested and extradited to the United States, where he is currently serving a life sentence, primarily for smuggling more illegal drugs into the United States than anyone else in history?
I feel pretty good about that.
I was typing in the same thing, Patrick. So if Jane's good with it, I say let's do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, Jonathan, we're locked in.
Hey, about that. So, Brian, we both think Pablo Escobar is the one that makes the most sense. It's not like
that absolutely makes the most sense.
Yeah. Do you know anything about him being in Mexico for a time?
I know we got him.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about him breaking out of jail, but that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he had people to help him break out of jail in Mexico, so they moved him to an American prison. That makes sense. I like it.
I think we can do it. Let's say Escobar.
Yep.
All right, Patrick, talk about it.
This just jumped in my head because I believe they just convicted his wife for aiding and abetting. If the story I remember is correct, one of the times he was in Mexican prison, his buddies just flew a helicopter and landed in the middle. He got in and flew out. I believe it's El Chapo.
Correct answer is Joaquin Guzman, also known as El Chapo.
Wow. Patrick is showing off some knowledge today.
Patrick has fun.
Escobar died in a shootout in the 90s.
Okay.
I'm happy to say I actually knew that answer too, but Patrick beat me to it. He's faster. All right, so going into midpoint, what's the score?
What? I don't want to talk about that. Let's just keep going. At the end of the third round, it's not looking good for Brian and Jonathan because Chris, Patrick, and Jane are going strong. They have 80 points. Brian and Jonathan got swept in that round, still sitting at 30 points.
That's not good.
Your midpoint categories in movies.
Movies.
Oh, good.
Katherine Hepburn is the most decorated lead actress in the history of the Academy Awards. For 5 points each, name the 4 films for which she was awarded Best Lead Actress.
This is supposed to be your sweet spot, Chris.
Yeah, fine. I'm thinking. Sorry, that was supposed to say Katherine, not Jatherine. Okay.
I'll be the scribe and just write down the answers you guys get.
I'm just giving you names of movies I know she was in. I'm just disappointed in myself. All right, so that's 4. Y'all good with that, or is anything else sparking your fancy?
I'm good with those 4.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We're locked in.
All right, Brian. Well,
okay.
we feel good about 2.
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty good.
There was a highly awarded early movie for her called A Philadelphia Story. I've seen that thanks to a nudge from Taylor, who's been on the show before. And so I'm pretty sure she would have won for that. And you brought up African Queen, which sounds great.
I know Bogey won for African Queen, and I think she got Best Actress for that.
Can you name any other movies she's in? Because I'm tapped out. I don't know any Katharine Hepburn stuff. I'm not an old time movie person.
I'm not really. That's not my strength on movies either.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can just name a couple she's in, say them, and we'll move on.
No, I can't for sure say them. I know His Girl Friday won some awards. I don't know if she was the actress in it, but it kind of sounds right-ish.
Well, that's closer than anything else we have at the moment, so we can say that, sure.
And I liked, you said something about How Green the Grass.
No, I was asking if it might be something like How Green Is My Valley or
How Green Is My Valley.
Or
I know nothing about that other than I think it won some Oscars.
Oh, yeah, well, it definitely won Best Picture. I have no connection to Katharine Hepburn.
One that just popped into my head that may not have anything to do with her at all. What about Marnie?
Marnie. I don't even know what Marnie is. Never heard of it.
It's a movie. It won awards.
Okay. It popped into your head for a reason. That's sure, whatever. So yeah, we'll say A Philadelphia Story. We will say African Queen. We will say His Girl Friday, and we will say Marnie. It's your turn to talk.
Yep, Patrick.
I had only one answer. It was on Golden Pond, and then I passed to my teammates who bailed me out.
And the only movie that I thought might have won something that had a Hepburn in it was African Queen. I was hoping it was Katherine, and Chris agreed with me, and that was about all I had to contribute as well.
All right, and then a couple episodes ago, I asked a question about A Lion in Winter, and I remembered she was in the movie version of that. And then I also remembered she was in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And that was a huge movie Academy Award-wise. I believe it won Best Picture. And so we're crossing our fingers that it might have been right.
That's, so for what it's worth, Brian, when I threw out How Green Is My Valley, on Golden Pond is the thing that I think my brain was trying to get to, but could not.
Did not remember that she was in that. I haven't seen it since the 80s.
Yep. All right, Ben. So how bad are we?
So, chronological order, here are the movies for which she won her Academy Awards. First one is Morning Glory. The second is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. After that is The Lion in Winter. And finally, On Golden Pond.
Oh, no.
Nice job.
So, how much is that for
Jonathan.
you guys? No, shoot. Trust me, you have nothing to be sorry about. You guys got 2 or 3?
We got 3.
Wow.
I kept thinking out. I was trying to think out of Africa, and then Patrick said on Golden Pond. I was like, that's what I was trying to think of, and failed miserably. I don't know why I was mixing the two, but
All right. Well, at the end of the midpoint, it's getting worse for Jonathan and Bryan. And Bryan, I feel bad. This is like my second game in a row where I'm getting torched. So sorry. It's 95 to 30. 95 to 30. Chris.
Yes, but Jonathan, remember, you won that game, though.
Yeah. Chris, Patrick, and Jane are absolutely dominant in this performance right now.
Gotta love the jinx.
All right, that is the end of the first half. Before we go on to the second half, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a fantastic online counseling provider that can help you get where you want to be in the year 2022. That's right, BetterHelp can assess your needs and help to match you with your own licensed professional therapist in a safe and private online environment. It's so much more convenient, guys, than going to an office, having to deal with other people face-to-face, wearing masks, drive time, all the rest of it. You can do this from the comfort of your own home, and you get added benefits with BetterHelp. You can message your counselor throughout the week anytime you want, and you get timely and thoughtful responses. You can make progress day after day after day, instead of waiting a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month to see somebody. The service is worldwide. They have counselors everywhere, and they focus on things like anger, depression, relationships, trauma, grief, you name it. If you need to talk to somebody about something, BetterHelp is a great option for you. It's convenient, it is professional, and it's affordable. You can start living a happier life today. As a listener of Trivial Warfare, you'll get 10% off of your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/TWA. Guys, I used BetterHelp, and I can tell you that my experience with my counselor was fantastic. Don't miss out on your opportunity to change your mindset, to prepare yourself for what could be the best year of your life. You can join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, just go to BetterHelp, that's HELP.com/TWA. All right, let's get on with the second half of today's game. All right, Ben, round 4.
All right, your fourth round begins with a question in cartoons.
Woohoo!
The Wonder Twins, staples on the Super Friends TV show, were based on what famous real-life sibling entertainers? And for 1 bonus point each, name the Wonder Twins.
I agree, Brian. And, by the way, shout out to the Bonus Brigade.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Bonus Brigade!
Should we lock in? Because Chris, it's so much fun to watch Jonathan talk. What do you think?
No.
Yes.
We can't lock in, Brian.
I just sent the last thing to you about the bonuses and make sure you guys are good. If you guys sign off on it, I'm happy to lock in.
I'm good with that.
I'm good.
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay.
All right, so we both agree immediately, Donnie and Marie.
Yeah, the main answer is definitely Donnie Marie.
And in fact, I think Donnie might have voiced the guy. So we're doing that for sure. I know Jan and Jace is Space Ghost, right?
Yep, Jan and Jace are Space Ghost.
I'm feeling really strong that the guy's name is Zan. Because I remember the first time I heard Chris give the nickname for his sister, it made me think, oh, like the Wonder Twin. And his sister's name is Zan, by the way.
Okay.
So I would not agree to say something other than Zan for one of them.
Okay. Yep. They both have they have Z's on their outfit.
Both of them
do. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to say Zan and Zaina?
Zan and Zaina, I think is what it is. You're now that you say it out loud, Zan does sound right. I was thinking Zach, but that Zach was one of the Herculoids.
Okay. Okay.
I knew Chris was gonna. I knew that was gonna make Chris laugh.
The Herculoids with also that second half of the Thundar the Barbarian half-hour cartoon block.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say Zan and Zaina. All right. So that's our bonus answer, Ben.
Okay.
Pat, because I messed up on one of the names because I said Jace, and then you're right. It is that is Space Ghost. Yeah, and then Patrick just put Zendaya on there, or Zendaya, excuse me. So no, but and Jonathan, you're 100% right. It's just I told them. Well, first the primary answer, yes, Donnie and Marie Osmond. And then I said it's Zan because of my sister, and that's how I remember it. And I said Jace, which is obviously horribly wrong.
Jan and Jace, it rhymes. It's so close.
I know. So, but the primary answer for our 10 points is Donnie and Marie Osmond.
And your bonus was what again, Chris?
Jace, which is horribly wrong, and Zana and Zan. Z-A-N is how you say it. I don't know how it sounds, but Z-A-N.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Brian was half right in terms of the letters on their chest. I just posted a picture of them in the chat.
It's a J. God.
So main answer is Donnie and Marie. Main answer is Donnie. They were based off of Donnie and Marie. The identical twins' name are, well, they're not identical. Fraternal twins' name are Zan and Jaina with a J.
Jaina.
I told you, dude. I freaking told you.
And for my sister, my sister's name is Suzanne, and I call her Zan for short. So, yeah.
I am ashamed.
Oh my gosh.
So both teams get 11 points on that one.
No, but Jonathan, I wrote in there, I was like, dang it, Jonathan remembered my sister's name.
Indeed. Okay. Second question around is in sports.
Sports ball. Sports. Or is it sports with a question mark, Ben?
Sports with a question mark.
Sports?
Oh, okay.
So here's your sports question. Magnus Carlsen maintained his world #1 ranking after recently winning his 5th consecutive championship in what sport?
How much thunder do you have on that, Patrick?
What's the scale again?
3.
We'll call it like 2 meow meows.
Mm-hmm.
He's reasonably confident.
Definitely not a 3.
Are you okay to lock in that sport as the name,
Yep.
Brian?
Yep.
All right, we're going to lock in.
All right, they're locked.
Wow.
Cool. We can talk it out. So Jane, what's going on with your thought process?
The name's not familiar. I mean, when I hear world, boxing, weightlifting, those sorts of things are what pop into my head. Patrick said chess. I don't know anything about chess. Patrick?
Well, and for some reason, I really thought it was weightlifting because that's just what kind of hit my head. But if sports with a question mark, I think chess probably sounds a little more right on that answer. So, Patrick, what you thinking?
Yeah, for some reason he said Magnus Carlsen, and I just saw this like mid-20s blonde, blue-eyed kid who's like this chess champion popped in my head. I'm not sure why, but I seem to recall. If that's not the name of this chess champion, it's something else similar to that. So.
All right. Well, you got my vote, Patrick. I'm good.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, we'll go with chess.
All right.
I don't know, Brian. It could be chess. We both went in the same direction immediately, though, and it wasn't chess. It could be, though.
Yeah, but when they started talking about chess, it does trip a trigger. Like they may be right on this too.
They may be crazy. We may be just the lunatic you're looking for.
So we both went towards the strongman competitions as the questionable sport, but it's a really common Nordic folks participating in the strongman sport stuff. So we said strongest man competitions.
I think they might be right, Patrick. I really do. That's might be why it triggered weightlifting for me.
Name.
Yeah.
Yes. Last month in December, Magnus Carlsen maintained his world #1 ranking after winning his 5th consecutive world championship in chess.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Patrick is a beast.
He's so great.
Oh, we've had better days, Brian.
Yes, we have.
Man, I'll tell you what, Patrick can almost be on a team on his own. He is just lighting it up today.
But don't jinx me.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, Jonathan and Bryan definitely going to go first in Double Jeopardy today. That's for sure. It is what it is. Your last category in this round is in video games.
Video games.
Sega.
What is the name of the cloud surfing turtle who acts as a referee or official in many of the Nintendo sports games?
Hello, may I introduce you to my bag of nothing? That's cool. That's cool, Jane. Jane said she could draw a picture of him.
Does that count? Can I get points?
Draw it in the chat. Maybe we can trigger the name first. Is there a Z or a J on the chest?
My bag of nothing right here. Except that has dice in it.
You said Nintendo sports games?
Nintendo sports games.
I still want Jane to draw this character though. It is, Patrick.
Can I go and turn on the Nintendo Switch? Because my son's just asked if he can play it.
No. Can't do that. That's a no.
I don't think his name's on there though. I just can't think what it is.
I'm sure that when Carmela hears this, she'll be screaming the answer at her radio.
Quite possibly.
I like that. I'd be willing to lock in with that, Brian.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
All right, we're locked in.
Lock that in.
All right. So, Patrick, what was the name that you gave a few moments ago?
Some reason I was thinking Chupa. I have no idea why.
Well, Jane, unless you have a better answer, because I don't have anything. I know the character because I've seen it when I play Mario Kart and stuff like that. But honestly, I say let's just go with it, not think too hard into it, because I don't think it's going to come to us.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that name. I don't have anything else.
So
Patrick?
Locked in.
Oh, yeah, we'll go with that. It's wrong, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
All right.
Locked in with
Chupa.
Okay.
He has a brother. His name's Cabra. Together they have Chupacabra.
I was thinking Super Chupa.
Super Chupa.
Super Chupa.
So Brian, this is possibly right. I don't know if it is right, but it's possible that it's right.
What's maddening is we bought my son for Christmas a shirt that has all of the regular Super Mario characters on it. That character's on there somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's like 30 of them, and I've seen it, but it didn't stick.
So tell us what your two answers were, and let's go ahead and tell us what the two choices were.
It seemed like it was a 2-syllable name, and the first thing that came to mind was Lenny, but you were right. I'm pretty sure that's one of
Bowser's kids. Yeah, he's the tall, skinny one.
Another character that's in there somewhere is named Sonny.
And I liked Sonny when I heard it. That sounds not bad.
So we're going with Sonny.
All right. 10 points for Ravenclaw.
Damn it!
Oh.
Correct answer is Lakitu.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
that's the second answer in this quiz with a word I've never heard of, Ben.
That's his name.
That answer is Weck.
I guess y'all Lakitu support of that.
Boo.
Oh, God.
Blown.
Yes. Please mail all your Rotten Tomatoes to me.
Who are?
All right. Score check.
All right. Yeah. So at the end of the fourth round, it ain't getting better. The score is 116 for Jane, Patrick, and Chris, who are having a fine day. Brian, you and I managed 11 points in that round. We have 41. We, my friend, are going to need to start scoring some points in the next two rounds to avoid a lockout.
Yep, you guys are in danger of the dreaded lockout, man.
It doesn't happen often, and when it does, it feels like crap.
Trying to avoid the unprecedented triple up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's not go there.
All right, so...
Don't go there.
Well, you can all blame Rob Warman for this round because this is the Rob Warman round.
All right, Rob. Me and you, Rob.
Warman.
Ben's stealing my shtick.
Whatever. Your first question is in games. A standard English Scrabble set has 100 letter tiles. How many letters appear only once? So your answer will be a number.
You want to lock that in?
Jane?
Yep. No, I'm good with that. I was just writing them down. Yep. I played last night. That's right.
Gotcha. Patrick, say it.
Yep, we're locked in.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. So I was on 4 of them so far. You named another one, and you say you have Thunder. Are you sure there's no more?
I am positive.
So what are the ones that you're sure of?
Q, Z, X, J, and K all have only one letter.
Are there more than one W?
Yes.
Okay.
W's are worth 4.
Uh-huh. Are there more than one?
Hold on.
Why?
There are 2 Ks.
No.
There are 2 Ks.
K is worth 5 points. There's 2 of them?
There are 2 Ks.
The other two tile letters are worth less than 5.
Q and Z are worth 10. X and J are worth 8. There are 4.
All right. You sound confident. I'm going with you. We're saying 4.
All right. Well, Patrick and I both said 5 because we did include K, but I might be thinking of Words with Friends because in Words with Friends, there's only 1 K. So, Patrick, what do you think? Is that about what you were thinking too?
I think there's only 1 K. Little side note, about 10 years ago, we had a family vacation. We went to Italy, and they had a knockoff game there called Scarabeo, which is basically like Italian Scrabble. But we played using English words because we don't speak Italian. But it was very fun because the C's and the H's are worth 8 points in Italian because I guess they don't use those letters much.
Wow.
And Jane, you said you played Scrabble last night?
Yeah, I played last night with my daughter, and I feel pretty good. Definitely the 4, and I felt pretty good about the K as well, so...
All right.
So y'all locked in with 5?
5. Yeah.
5.
All right. Yeah, I had to double check this visually just to make sure the Rob was correct. There is only 1 K. So the correct answer is 5.
Oh, no. Woo. No.
Wow. Shout out to my daughter here. Thank you for playing Scrabble last night.
Dandruff and some of it itches.
I was wondering, Jane, if Australian Scrabble is different from American Scrabble.
No, it's the English dictionary, so, you know.
Which is just so jacked up anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's true. Just true.
Jonathan, I am tanking on my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it is an awful feeling, so I will not pile on, my friend.
All right, Ben.
Yes, guys, Brian looks distraught. I mean, there is legitimate emotion in his forehead right now. All right, Ben. Round 5, question 2.
So funny. Brian's face looks like he's like 3/4 of the way through a colonoscopy.
Wow.
Painful.
Oh man, I was thinking he looked like Ringo on New Year's Eve when the fireworks were going off, just sad and in pain.
Oh my God.
But
halfway through any Bears game, it's almost kind of.
Oh, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Punch. All right, your second question, Raw Woman round, is in collectibles.
All right.
The inverted Jenny and the penny black are 2 examples of what kind of object? If Bart Simpson possessed either of these, his family may not have ridiculed him so much.
I don't get the I don't get the Bart Simpson clue, Brian, but I have.
Oh, he's got meow meows.
Wow.
I sent you an answer. I'm very confident in it.
I was going to say, if you guys hold on for a second, we'll let Jonathan and Brian lock in, and then Patrick, you can talk about your answer.
You got thunder. Go for it, man.
All right, we're locked in.
Okay.
Patrick, because Patrick answered immediately, and I was like, oh, okay.
I believe the inverted Jenny is the stamp that has the plane upside down. That's a mistake.
Okay.
And he said something else in the question about penny black, which is like another screw up, right? Like it's a...
The inverted Jenny, I think that's the stamp from Brewster's Millions. He bought it and then mailed it to somebody because he couldn't have it of value.
Oh, right, because he had to spend $100 million to get $300 million.
$30 million. I think it was $30 million. But yeah, I think you're right. So I love that answer now.
But I'm not sure what. Can you repeat the question? I'm not sure what we're trying to answer.
The inverted Jenny and the penny black are two examples of what kind of object?
You want to say stamp misprints, like you said, and then if he wants more clarification, we can.
Is the penny black a stamp, or are they both like errors? They're both misprints.
You could say stamp collecting, because technically it is stamp collecting.
But is the penny black a coin? Is what I'm saying. Are they misprints?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I've never heard of the penny black, and it could very well be a stamp as well. Jane, you were trying to say something. I'm interrupting you, so sorry about that.
No, you're right. I'm trying to, like, the penny black's familiar. I just can't remember why. I know the word, why I know that phrase, but I don't know the inverted Jenny at all.
It doesn't
definitely
sound
like valuable coins that are like misprints.
Yeah.
So I think we stick with errors or misprints, and then if we have to specify later on, we can pick one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that if Jane signs off on it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right, so we're locking in with misprints.
Okay, I need a type of object.
Then I would say stamp misprints.
Y'all locking in with that?
We'll go with stamp misprints, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man, Brian, I was wishing he would just let him say misprints as if that was an object, because that would have been wrong. These are both stamps. Whether they're misprints or not doesn't even enter into it. They're both stamps, 100%.
Correct answer is postage stamps. I will accept both teams' answers.
Yep.
All right.
What's the Bart Simpson reference?
That's reference to an early episode where they get burglarized and they're listing off different things that are missing from the house. And Bart says, they even stole my stamp collection. And his whole family starts laughing. Like, you have a stamp collection?
Oh.
And immediately as they're laughing, the phone rings. Bart picks it up, and it's Nelson on the other end going, stamp collection, ha, ha. So great.
Yeah, so for the penny black cost a penny. That's why it has the coin in there. That's how much it cost.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
There you go. All right, your last question in the Rob Warman round is in movies.
Movies!
What 2005 Oscar-nominated crime thriller starring Viggo Mortensen was the last major studio film to be released on VHS cassette?
Oh, wow.
Oh. You can send that bag of nothing over here.
I'm pretty sure that's the answer, y'all.
I'm with you.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay. Brian,
Jonathan is one of two.
Oh.
And they're both on my shelf.
Are either one of them the one that I just named in the chat there?
Nope.
Okay.
He's not in Murder on the Orient. Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn.
I know who I'm talking about. I just don't know what movies he's in.
It's going to be either Eastern Promises, where he plays a Russian mob guy.
Okay.
Or it's going to be A History of Violence, where he plays an American mob guy.
Ben, read the question again.
What 2005 Oscar-nominated crime thriller starring Viggo Mortensen was the last major studio film to be released on VHS cassette?
Okay, so it's a crime thriller, so that does fit mob movies. It's not necessarily like a heist or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of the two, trying to think which one's older.
I can't help you. I've never heard of either of these movies.
Yeah. Both are crime thrillers. Yeah.
So this is only like 4 years after Lord of the Rings finished up, or maybe 2 years after.
This was actually
right after.
Right after. Yeah. I think A History of Violence is older. I like that one better.
Okay, well, let's do it. I have confidence in you. I place myself in your firm yet subtle hands.
Okay.
Supple.
About to say,
they're
I don't know
subtle
what
too.
subtle hands mean.
I meant supple.
Got those Leonardo DiCaprio subtle hands.
Not as smart as I used to be. Don't pick on me for words.
So y'all locking in with that?
Sure.
History of violence.
Okay.
Yep. I think Eastern Promises came out in the aughts, but we also locked in with the History of Violence.
All right. This is a movie that I love. I need to go watch it again. It is A History of Violence.
All right. Good job, Brian.
I got one right.
An important one for us because they are not slowing down. They have at the end of the fifth round, they have 146. We have 61. We pretty much need them to start missing stuff, and we need to answer all these bad boys right.
Okay.
All right. Here is your sixth round.
Oh, thank you to Rob for that. That was a great round. Good job, Rob.
Yeah. Well done, Jonathan.
Ooh, that's a little show title there. Good job, Rob.
Yep. Thank you, Warman.
Okay. Your sixth round begins with a question from Joel Skelly.
Thank you, Joel.
Thanks, Joel. Thank you, Joel.
Category is U.S. presidents. Who is the only president whose first language was not English?
All right. So, Jane, you should know this.
Totally in my wheelhouse.
She speaks English, Chris.
I can't spell.
I like that, Jonathan.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
So yes and yes. You trusting my presidential thought process? God help you.
I'm good.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right.
I know they study the presidents extensively in Australia, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. presidents, yes. All right. We're locked in.
So
okay,
Brian, there's two different ways to go at this, right? You can be an American citizen and be born outside of the country if you're like on a military base or something like that. So it could be somebody who was born while their parents were in the military. Or it could be one of the founding fathers adjacent folks. Martin Van Buren comes to mind as the last president who was born outside of the time period when the U.S. was the U.S. I don't know. I'm assuming that he was born in the continental U.S. though. So I am trying to lean. I'm trying to figure out whose parents.
I don't think he was.
You don't?
Well, I mean, so shoot, I got to do math.
Being an American citizen is a requirement for the presidency.
Correct.
I don't know how they defined citizenship back then for people who were born prior to the country.
Right.
I don't think it's anybody before him. Like, I don't think Washington or Adams or Jefferson or Madison or Monroe or Quincy Adams or Jackson. I don't think it's any of them, right?
Van Buren tripped something in my head that I've heard something about that.
Well, I know that Van Buren's
this.
the last one to be born before the U.S. was a country. So that's the piece of trivia that you might be tripping here.
Possible.
I am worried about it being somebody like a Woodrow Wilson or Harry Truman or just somebody whose parents were not from the U.S. Maybe Barack Obama, for God's sakes, could be. I don't know. So can you think of any presidents whose parents were not from the U.S.?
No. Definitely not 20th century.
So, yeah, I don't want to slip. That doesn't make sense. I don't want to slip past Obama there.
If he was raised bilingual, I don't think that would qualify for.
Okay, that's good. Then let's say Van Buren and hope.
Okay.
All right.
I like Van Buren.
Then we'll lock in Van Buren.
Yeah, I had this in my head pretty much as soon as Ben asked this. I just couldn't type out Martin Van Buren correctly without spell check buzzing me a few dozen times. But we also locked in with Van Buren.
Correct answer is Martin Van Buren.
All right.
Yep. I think it was German that he was fluent in. That was his first language.
Probably Dutch.
I say Dutch.
Van
Buren,
probably
I think is Dutch.
Okay, I thought I had German in my head, but I got you. Could have looked at Germany. Hashtag just saying.
Well, the van part is what takes you to the Netherlands.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Your second question round is an historical resume.
Hit the way.
So I have a list of 5 facts about a historical figure that I'll read one at a time. After each is read, each team may lock in an answer, at which point the other team will hear the rest of the clues. The team that provides a correct answer with the fewest number of clues wins 10 points. If there's a tie, both teams get the points.
Brian, we need this so bad.
Yes, we
Everyone
do.
Understand?
Yes.
All right. So I'll read the clues off one at a time. And I'll give you, let's say, 45 seconds to decide if you want to lock in or not.
It's a minute. A minute.
We'll give it a full minute? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's fine. All right. So here's your first clue. I was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1960 to parents of Haitian and Puerto Rican descent.
So it's not an Australian.
Not Australian.
Stop trolling me, Jane. All right. Here's your second clue. I got my love for the arts from my mother, who frequently took me to museums and enrolled me as a junior member in the Brooklyn Museum of Art.
I'm leaning that way, Brian. If you can confirm it, if you know one or the other at the bottom.
Y'all, I say we lock in with it.
You know what, Brian? If they're going to lock in, we have to lock in.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Unfortunately,
Ben, I'm going to send you my answer.
That's one of my areas that I know nothing.
Okay. So, Jane, you good?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. I'm sending it to Ben now as well. Ben, I'm sending it to you in Messenger, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
I got Jonathan's answer.
All right. Yeah, sorry. I just had to pull up Messenger because I was in...
Well, he's got Jonathan. You could just say it, right?
You could just say
we're already in.
I tell you what, they decided to put the pressure on us, didn't they, Brian? They wouldn't give us one more clue so we could have a chance at getting a 10-point lead or 10-point.
So I'm gonna read the rest of the clues. When I broke my arm at age 7, my mother gave me a copy of Grey's Anatomy to keep me occupied. This book would serve as a great reference material for my future work. Fourth clue is, in 2017, one of my works became the highest selling work of art from an American painter at over $110 million. And the last clue, in 1988, a heroin overdose would induct me into the Dead at 27 Club.
So y'all, I was wrong.
So we're definitely not talking about Spike Lee, which is the answer that was given by Patrick, Jane, and Chris.
Okay.
However, we are talking about Jean-Michel Basquiat, which is the correct answer given by Jonathan and Bryan.
Wow.
Good job. That was
nice,
all Jonathan.
Very nice.
Yep.
He gave us New York. He gave us the Haitian is perfect for this because French in the name comes from the Haitian descent, and the arts. So a New York artist who was around that, born in 1960, would have been around 61 if they were alive today, and had Haitian. It felt good.
Oh, that's fantastic! I would not have gotten that with all the clues, y'all.
No, I had no chance.
All right, so nice job, you two. Nice job.
Well done.
Ben, more of those, please.
Okay.
Well, no, because this is Ben's game, so we know what's next.
Oh, yeah.
It's the showdown.
Yeah, this is critical because you can't avoid the double up.
It's a two showdown in a row kind of game here. With the resume and the showdown. This is a huge chance for us, Brian.
Okay. All right. So here I'll read you everyone the rules for those who are for all our listeners. So the way the showdown works is I'm going to ask a question that has multiple correct answers. Each team will be given 3 minutes to submit a list of answers. The team with the most correct answers gets 10 points, and any list with an incorrect answer will be disqualified. Now, Jonathan and Bryan, since you're trailing, you get to choose between two categories for this question. Your categories are technology or sitcoms.
Oh, Brian. All right, Brian. So let's talk about it for a sec. I know you like sitcoms. I'm really bad at sitcoms. I get the worse. The older I get, the worse I get. In fact, if there's a sitcom in the last 20 or 30 years, I'm probably not going to get it. I've even forgotten the ones I grew up watching. So please no. Plus technology, I don't know. Jane's a librarian. Patrick is a paper pusher. Chris is an average dude. Technology is not his specialty. I don't know. I think that
I would put sitcoms up as one of Chris's strengths.
Agreed.
Based on the bracket we did a while back.
Well, his taste in sitcoms isn't a strength, but his knowledge of them is.
Hey, wait.
No, that bracket came out correctly.
It really did.
By the way, I ran across something. You did a Tony Danza impersonation from Who's the Boss just now. Judith Light plays the agent in Tick Tick Boom, the Jonathan Larson movie on Netflix. And by the way, really, really good movie. I saw the credits like Judith Light. Oh my God.
Hey, and directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
There you go.
All right, we can go technology.
All right, let's do technology.
Okay, here's your technology question. I have a list of the 14 nicknames for Android versions 1.5 through 9, which were all pretty sweet. And your 3 minutes begins now.
1 through what? 14?
1.5 through 9. The list is 14 long.
All right, I need to write these down so we can send it to Ben. Jane, the one you wrote, or you can not the
second
not the
one,
last
I'm
one.
not certain on.
Yeah, no, I know the second one wasn't right, but the first one you're confident in.
Yeah, reasonably confident in that one.
Okay, cool.
Are these just guesses, Brian, or this knowledge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are guesses.
I'm good with my first two. My third one, is a guess.
No, I was actually good. I was actually good with all yours.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confident in all of y'all so far. It's just but I agree with you, Patrick. We need those. I
wish Ben gave us a year.
It's tough because we put a wrong one and we lose, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got about a minute left, by the way.
And you said 14, correct, Ben?
The list is 14. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I can't type.
Take a picture. No, not those pictures.
Don't send me any nudes, Chris.
I'm not this time, Ben. I already sent you one. You laughed at it.
It ruined my day. That's why I don't want any more.
I know. You said you needed a microscope.
All right, time's up. Go ahead and compile your answers and send them to me.
Brian, just really quick, I wanna go with all but one of the ones I named due to the reason that I said, and that's it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So I'll send the ones that we have because we can't add any more because we're out of time. So I will send those over to Ben right now, guys. Okay. All right. Lady and gentlemen. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Jane. I'm not trying to give you a generic answer. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your forgiveness. We did not do as well on this as I thought we would.
Yeah, when I hear the answers, I'll be kicking myself.
I know. I'm right there with you.
Now that the time's up and we can't change anything, my most irritating thing was not knowing between 1 and 14 when the candies or when the sweetness stuff started. Because Oreo cookie is 1, but it would be the 15th letter. And so it's like, oh crap, do we include or exclude Oreo cookie? I don't know what this is going to be. Ben, you're about to get our final answer now.
Yeah, Patrick just sent one just a half second ago, and it's just like, dang it! Why did you think about that minutes ago?
So we avoided Oreo cookie, which would have been possibly one more because we can't be sure of... Not Oreo cookie, because we can't be sure of whether it's one of the first 14 or not.
Yeah, but Jonathan, we were thinking the exact same thing because Patrick, I'm seeing, brought up Oreo, but I was like, I said maybe because I thought it was it was not within that 14.
Yeah, and I don't know what version we're on right now. What number are we on?
I know Apple iOS is 15 or 15.1, I think it is.
I don't think they're alphabetical. I think they skipped some letters.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but they didn't. So you had like 4 and then 4.4 and 4.5. So they didn't go exactly. They didn't exactly match.
Yeah.
I wonder why they stopped that. I thought that was kind of cute.
I think they got the cue and was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. We're going to stop. Okay. So I'll go ahead and reveal the answers. So Jonathan and Bryan, your list had 4 answers: Kit Kat, nougat, marshmallow, and ice cream sandwich. Those are all correct answers.
Nice.
Chris,
well
your team sent 6 answers: Kit Kat, cotton candy, marshmallow, lollipop, jelly bean, and ice cream sandwich. Cotton candy is not a correct answer.
No!
So Jonathan and Bryan get the points.
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
That's on me. That's on me.
All right. So the ones y'all didn't name were cupcake.
Cupcake.
Cupcake was C. D was donut.
Oh, Brian, you had that one.
Yep.
I didn't have thunder on it, though.
E is eclair.
See, we said that one too, but we weren't confident in it.
Yep. F is froyo.
Wow.
Wouldn't get there.
G is gingerbread.
Oh, I knew gingerbread.
Yep. Patrick wrote that late.
H was honeycomb. And Oreo.
So,
and
really?
the last one they nicknamed, Oreo was the second to the last one.
So it is in the 14. So they didn't start this until because they didn't start this until C. That's where I was concerned.
They didn't do A or B. Yes, because Patrick even said
one,
that. What were A and B? And I was like, I don't know.
Nope, they did not exist. The last nickname they gave before they just went to numbers was Pie.
Pie.
Good old Pie.
I'm sorry. I messed up on cotton candy. It was cupcake. Dang it.
It's a real shame, too. They should have kept going, at least to get to the T's. I mean, you got to have a Tootsie Roll version.
Or Twix.
I mean, no.
Twinkie.
Oh, no.
Twinkie.
Tootsie Roll is superior.
Twinkie, Ray?
All right, so this is a huge improvement for Brian and Jonathan. The 6th round was very good to us. We did sweep the round, and because of the way the round was set up, we were able to prevent you guys from getting some points. So the score going into the gauntlet is 156 for Chris, Jane, and Patrick to 91 for Brian and Jonathan. It is not a runaway.
All right.
Brian is speechless. His mouth is moving, but words aren't coming out.
All right. What's the category for the gauntlet, Ben?
Both teams prepare your wagers for your gauntlet. Your category is get ready.
All right. Get ready is the name. And the scores once again, please.
156 to 91.
Okay. Again, y'all, this is y'all's show, so I want you guys betting what you want to bet. I have lost on this show. I will continue to lose on this show. I have won on this show. I will continue to win on this show. So I want what's best for y'all. All right. So Jane's good with it. Patrick, are you cool still with your thoughts?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to.
I'm busting out the calculator. All right. So Jane, can you say our wager is locked in, please?
Our wager is locked in.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
By the way, for Christmas, I got some fidget putty, which has been fantastic, but the container says straight out of money, which is appropriate.
All right, guys. Our wager is locked in.
Fidget putty?
Fidget putty, yeah.
You turn it into a fidget spinner and then...
No, you just play with your putty. It's basically like silly putty, but green. All right, Ben. What's the first question?
Here's your first question in your category. Get ready. Here Comes the Boom is a movie starring Kevin James, who raises money for his school's music program primarily by doing what?
I'm confident in that, y'all, so...
I got nothing. I'm with you.
All right. Jane?
Yep, we're good.
All right, we're locked in.
All right, our answer's locked in.
Okay. Here's your second question, and get ready. Here Comes the Sun was written by George Harrison, first appearing on what Beatles album?
Oh, my God. My kids are going to mock me for getting a Beatles question wrong.
That's all right. Carmela's going to mock me, so it's all right. Oh.
Yep, we are locked in.
Okay. Jonathan and Bryan?
We will lock in our answer.
Okay. Here's your final question in the gauntlet. Get ready. The chorus from Wilson Pickett's Land of a Thousand Dances is the opening line and refrain for what 1994 number one single?
All right. Patrick, if you want to go for it, spitball away.
We'll lock our spitball in.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm not coming up with anything else. All right. We're locked in.
Okay. So now I'll read each question back and each team will reveal their answers. All right. Here Comes the Boom is a movie starring Kevin James, who raises money for his school's music program primarily by doing what? Patrick, Chris, and Jane, what did you say?
Yep. I've seen this movie several times. It's actually one of the better Kevin James movies. And the answer is he was an MMA fighter.
All right. And then Jonathan and Bryan, what you say?
Oh, I think it would be much more entertaining if he was our answer.
Oh, yeah. I think it'd be a lot funnier if he was a stripper.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Second question. Here Comes the Sun was written by George Harrison, first appearing on what Beatles album? Brian and Jonathan, what did you say?
We discussed for a while talking about some of the later Beatles albums. We ended up locking in with Let It Be.
Patrick, Jane, and Chris, what you say?
So we were pretty sure it wasn't Sgt. Pepper's. Other than that, we were a bit at sea, but we came around to Abbey Road and settled on Abbey Road.
All right. And the chorus from Wilson Pickett's Land of a Thousand Dances is the opening line and refrain for what 1994 number one single? Patrick, Chris, and Jane, what did you say?
I had no idea what that song was, and I just took a total spitball from 1994 and went with I Saw the Sign by Ace of Base.
And we agreed with it because we didn't have a better answer.
Jesus, it's Kiss from a Rose, Brian. Na 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 na.
Oh no!
It's definitely not Ace of Base in that case.
Oh God! Yeah, we locked in with what did we lock in with, Brian?
No, Kiss Him Goodbye, which is what's going to happen to me.
1994 number one hit. If we'd have just gone that direction, Kiss from a Rose stands out
from the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. So let's reveal the answers. Kevin James was indeed an MMA fighter. He did mixed martial arts to help his school's music program. Here Comes the Sun was written by George Harrison, first appearing on Abbey Road.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And I gave you a big clue on the third one I think both of you missed. 1994 song. So I gave you a question about Here Comes the Boom. Then I gave you a question about Here Comes the Sun. So I'm looking for Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
Oh.
Here Comes the Hot Stepper. Na 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 na.
Yeah.
Here come the Hot Stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. That's the song I'm looking for.
Wow. Not one of the songs I was listening to.
Ow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so both teams missed it.
All right. Unfortunately, when there's such a disparity in the scores, it's hard for the top team to lose when both teams miss it. So why don't you guys let us know what your wager was, Chris?
Yeah. Well, after the first question, I said, guys, we could relax because they got it wrong. And but Patrick, you came up with a strategy for it. So what was your points, or what was our points?
Oh, we just wagered 27, figuring that if we got it right, I don't want to lose and get the question right. So.
Yep. So that was what we expected you to wager, and there was no point in us trying to do any fancy math for this situation because even if we get it wrong, we can't beat you if that's your wager. So we bet it all, and that's going to leave us with a final score of 129 for Chris, Patrick, and Jane to 0 for Jonathan and Bryan. Good game out of the three of you. That was really, really good.
Like I said, Patrick, you were a beast. Jane and I were on your coattails most of the game, and I'm okay with that.
It was a great team. We all came together and had different categories. So
Yep.
That was well done. Good job, everybody. Before we go, we like to give everybody a chance to do shout-outs and promote causes that they care about. Let's start with our winners. Patrick, we'll start with you.
Oh, I don't have much. It's a new year. Be nice to people.
You know what?
How's that?
I love it. That's good advice. All right, Jane, over to you.
Quick shout out to my kids who we listen in the car every day, and to my lovely husband who, without him, I wouldn't be here. And yeah, just a big shout out to everyone. Go and visit your local library. Libraries are amazing. They do awesome things, and it's not just about books. You would be surprised if you haven't been in a library for a while what they have.
Totally
well said.
Agree. Very cool. And Brian, we'll wrap it up with you.
All right. Well, thank you to my... I'm going to shout out my wife and son for being awesome and being gone today.
Is that why they're awesome, Brian?
Well, no, they're awesome, but I'm thankful that they didn't get to hear me just absolutely crash and burn the way I did today. So, but I want to shout out to Liquid Courage Entertainment out of Chicago. If you want to hear some geek trivia, it sounds like you're going to get to hear that on Thursday nights on Twitch with me and LK Jeremy, aka Jeremy Goodson with Liquid Courage, because my show will be on their channel on Thursday nights.
Outstanding. Very cool. And that's going to wrap us up. So for Brian, for Jane, for Patrick, for Ben, and for Chris, I am Jonathan, and this has been episode number 356 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.
Brian, whether we got our asses kicked or not, it was an entertaining show. That's the most important thing.
It was fun, but I feel like I didn't just crash and burn, but it was the skid on my nose and come to a stop right at the
wow.
Like I tried to do the two-handed barbarian chop on the dragon and landed on my nose, skidded on my nose, and came to a stop at the dragon's feet.
What Brian's saying is he rolled a 1.
It's like you go in with like an axe with an overhead chop, and it hits something, it bounces back and hits you in the forehead.
I'm not going to say Brian performed like the Jaguars, but
y'all avoided the double up. That was pretty epic.
That was a great. The sixth round was the only moment where I felt good about myself during this game.
Stupid cotton candy.
Patrick, no, wait, I'm out of order. I'm sorry, my screen is completely out of order, so I'm going to do
You're out of order.
Brian,